we're in the middle. We're like halfway through this 5-day series already today. And I'm so excited. This week has been amazing. The energy of you guys, I just put a text out to you asking you if you wanted to learn about gap healing today and wanted some assistance. And so many people have been responding. It's been absolutely amazing. So if you haven't checked your text, go check your text. So welcome to Rediscover Who You Are, Become a Manifestation Queen. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to hear how yesterday's process went for you about releasing some of the old stories that are holding you back from what you're desiring to manifest by Friday. And so I am bringing on a special guest, someone who's near and dear to my heart, my soul sister. She actually does some portions of my Fear to Freedom program, my 12-month program that I take women through, as well as she does her own thing as well. And she's absolutely amazing. Lois Kramer Perez. Hold on, let me bring her on. She's the queen of the sway. She is actually one of your speakers today. So if you haven't checked out your email, you want to go check out Lois's interview. Also, before we get in, let me just highlight some of the other interviews today. Me, myself, and I. You have a talk from myself that's going to be there. And also Bethany. Bethany London, she talks about really manifesting from aligned energy. It's a really powerful talk, as well as Lois's talk, as of course. And I've known Lois for many years, and I always say, as I see her, as every time I talk to her, I'm just going to make sure we're on Facebook. Every time I talk to her, I learn something new. So welcome, Lois.
Hi, Brenda. It's great to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. I'm just double checking over here real quick and seeing if we're all connected. I think we are. If you see us, say hello. Welcome. So, the speakers are absolutely amazing. If you are missing them and haven't seen them, you want to go grab the backstage all access pass. The techniques and what they're sharing is stuff that you're going to want to watch on repeat, and you're going to want to watch and watch and watch, because you're going to learn so much. So you want to go grab the VIP all access pass, as well as right now you have access to 3 speakers. So you want to go and watch them, grab their free gifts. Lois, what's the free gift you're offering?
Well, I got so excited that I created this new presentation about feng shui and your chakras that I actually created an ebook based on the presentation I'm going to give today. So great, it's a great giveaway for you. Bring everything together that you see in the presentation, notes to make it, and this is really going to be perfect for your conversation with me today.
Yes, your
Brenda,
internet.
of what your topic is.
Your internet is, well, I don't know if it's her internet or my internet, but it was a little bit choppy. So I'm gonna reiterate what I heard you say, Lois, that you did a talk on your book. You have an ebook, Feng Shui and Chakras, I believe, something along those lines.
Yes.
And it's really complements your talk and
So
really
the
gives, I'm having a hard time. Why, we were talking just fine before we started. And so it's an ebook that you can grab from Lois. That do you have the link right now, Lois? Do you know what the link is to your book? Lois cannot hear me, but she's still.
It looks like there's a connection issue. I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, awesome. So you want to go grab her free book. It's going to assist you in opening up. Today's talk, we're going to be talking about, Monday we talked about, manifesting something by Friday. So I hope you have your manifestation goals. If you haven't, go watch day 1 here in the Facebook group. And you want to pick something that you want to manifest. We talked about that on Monday. We talked about getting clear what it was, how to and the technique that we're using to manifest, getting your daily guidance. Yesterday, we talked about releasing some stories that are holding you back from manifesting. And so today, I really want to speak about opening up, creating space, creating space in your body, in your mind, in your house, in your energy field, because in order to have something we don't want, it has to come in. And if we have so much stuff here, we're not getting anywheres, right, Lois? Like it's like we got to clear this out so that we can open up. And so one of the things that I wanted to talk about today was really about forgiveness and looking at, and these forgiveness could do with people in relationship to your manifestation, or completely has nothing to do with your manifestation, because um, any tied up energy is restricting you from bringing in more. So I want to walk you through a healing, a forgiveness process. But before I do that, Lois, what would you like to share on opening up and creating space? Do you want to share, Lois?
Oh, okay. So I was waiting. I didn't know if I was connected again. Am I in the ethers? Am I in the clouds? So I love this topic because when we are not forgiving, when we're holding on to things, whether it's a story, a belief, an anger, a hurt, a thought, these things are taking up space. And when, like you said, when we have all this stuff taking up space, it's impossible to receive something new. We don't have room.
Mm,
So we can use feng shui as an opportunity to help us make room. And by looking at what may be showing up in our space, where there may be clutter, where there may be stuff kind of, creating a little mountainside, or even as simple as, what about your silverware drawer or your closets? When we look at the relationship to feng shui and people and human behavior, our closets, our drawers, our storage spaces are our subconscious. These are places that we might shove things in and shut the door, and we think, I don't see them, they're not there, but they
mm,
really are having an impact on what's happening inside of you. So an easy way for you to help yourself get clear and get ready to release and be open to even forgiving, maybe even something about yourself, is to do something physical. And that could be as simple as give yourself 5 minutes, straighten out that silverware drawer, or maybe there's a junk drawer in the kitchen where you throw everything and it gets all messed up. Maybe if you're having issues with finances, look in your purse or your wallet. What's going on in there? Is everything shoved in? Is everything helter skelter? Is it all disorganized? That connects to a disorganized brain. Or maybe a closet or a drawer you open every day, and you open it and things fall down or they fall out, or you just kick them on the floor. These little things make a big difference. And even further, when you can look at where connected in your life are these disorganized patterns happening. In my talk, I present to you what we call the bagua, or the map of your space. And you can actually take a look at, using the map I provide, where in your space is something related to your life. So maybe in the north, which is your career or life journey, there's a block. Maybe there's a door that doesn't open, or a room you don't go in, or a drawer that get stuck. And when we look the north, it's also connected to your third chakra, your solar plexus, your personal power, your ability to be clear, confident, self-esteem. So we look at how these things are connecting, and by accessing it through your space, there's no judgment. It's not right or wrong, it's just what it is. And it's a very gentle way for you to start releasing and opening up. And right, Brenda, when we release one thing, it's like, I can breathe a little easier. My shoulders come down. My body starts to relax. It affects
certainly.
everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're walking around like this, right? All twisted up.
Yeah, yeah. And one of the things like I said, Lois is my soul sister. She is a colleague. She does teaching in my program. She does the feng shui on my house every year. And these little things that she shares, um, they seem so little, and how is this actually going to impact how is this actually going to shift things away? And I can tell you with it just in my own experience, everything just like she says, for me, it's like my heart opens, the shoulders comes down. And I remember one of our clients, without sharing names, she was just like, how is this changing this one little thing by hanging a little red ribbon on something going to stop me and my husband from arguing? And sure enough, like it was just totally did. And so I love that whole idea. Like if you have money challenges, go look in your wallet or your purse. Um, and if your closet's being your subconscious, like just trying to push things aside, so if somebody is looking, I know I'm going to speak into forgiveness, and maybe this all comes together, Lois. I don't know enough about feng shui, but if someone is looking to forgive someone, and they start to clear out their closet, is that helping them to forgive, or is that just creating space to actually be able to do some forgiveness processes, or are they not related?
When you clear out your well, they are absolutely related because everything we do is related. We're a whole thing. We cannot separate the pieces of who we are. And when we look at the impact of feng shui principles, where your home becomes your living vision board, where everything you put in place is related to how you feel about something, what might be happening. And it's a very gentle way to open yourself up, to give yourself the ability to clear your mind, to have things release so you have the ability to have the courage to forgive, to have the courage to actually look at what is it that I'm holding on to. When you are so jam packed with stuff in your mind and your brain and your body's all contracted, the same way your space may be stuffed to the gills in a particular area, there's no room for any movement. So the first thing we need to do is make some space. Be
Mm,
gentle with yourself. When you make a little space, all of a sudden your body relaxes, you can think a little clearer. Then you'll have the courage to say, okay, in which way do I want to connect with myself? Maybe you like to connect through your chakras. Maybe you like to connect through a mindset. Maybe you like to connect through how your body feels. Maybe it's the things you see every day over and over again, and you move one thing and you go, "Ooh, that feels easier. I feel lighter." So it's really looking at you and where is it that you feel stuck? What is it moving? And what simple thing can you do to give yourself some space?
mm.
And maybe it just means you have to get outside. How many days have you been sitting in that chair? I know a lot of us are doing remote work. We're spending a lot of time in one little room, and we don't even realize the impact that might be having on us. We're in a box. Maybe it's just get outside, open the windows,
Mm-hmm.
get some movement going. Simple things. And I know you share about the energy triangle, how important that is to get up and move, change your mindset, focus on something different. That completely moves you into a different space. And even science tells us it only takes 20 seconds for the neural paths in your brain to begin to shift. So that's just the beginning. So if you give yourself 20 seconds and then you step into it, you can actually change everything about the energy in your body, in your mind, in your space, in your soul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. And, one of the keys to manifesting is creating that space, opening up. And you cannot bring more stuff in if you're already stacked up with a bunch of crap, right? If you are holding on to resentment, hurt, um, jealousy, comparison, I'm not enough. If you're holding on to all of that, that means you're here. You're holding on to it. So how do you reach out and bring more in? You can't. You're all tied up. Your hands are all everything's tied up. So you got to actually let go, open up, and then when you do that, then the universe can say, "Oh, there's space here." It can, because when you set a manifestation, it's already done. It's already complete in the universe. It's already done. And everybody says, "Well, how's that? I don't see it. It's not my reality." The truth is it's done, but now you get to do the work inside to release, to open up so it can 100% become into your reality. So I love feng shui for that. I remember during the year of COVID, I had a basement floor full of, literally it was probably a maybe 15 by 20 space of literally, do you remember, Lois, like floor to ceiling, just stuff from when we moved, from the construction of my house and all of that. And our attic was the same way. And, through some of the things Lois had taught me, I was just like, whoa, that means that's blocking my future. And I'm still holding on to a boatload from my past. So I remember going through all of that, and actually got a 16-foot dumpster, and in 2 weeks got rid of it all. That's how I operate. I'm like, just, all right, that's what that means. Let's clear it out as fast as possible. I'm not saying that's the easiest way, because there was definitely a lot of emotions that came up through that. But creating space, releasing, letting go is the opportunity to create some space within. So I do just want to share one process with everybody. Um, in addition to clearing out some closets or purse or your silverware drawer, that junk drawer, all I can remember is like opening that junk drawer today and a piece of paper falling out because it was so full. So now I know what I get to do today, Lois. Just
And
clear
it
my
only
junk
takes
drawer out.
5 minutes. We're talking about small pieces of time that you can dedicate to just give yourself some breathing space. And just one thing that you said that was really powerful, Brenda, when you set your manifestation goal, when you decide what you're going to manifest, it's already happening. Look at what doors are locked. You want to open the doors so it can come in. So that's another way you can look at
Mm.
doors and locks and handles falling off doors and things that are showing you the metaphors for what it is that may be slowing you down. So yes, you have to be ready to receive and get involved, take action.
See, this is something I know. I've known Lois for years, and that's new insight for me. Does that mean like, so? I'm like, do I go open all the doors in my house because they're all functioning?
Well,
But there is one door I
well, you
don't use.
want to see what there are some doors you don't use, and you might want to look at your map of your space and see, well, what does that relate to? Maybe I need to pay attention to something. Maybe I
Mm,
forgot about something. Maybe
mm,
there's something I that would help me if I would pay attention to it. It's all about
awesome.
awareness and using these different ways for awareness. But also people that don't use the front door or doors that get stuck that are oh, it's so hard to open this door. Take a look at that. Little things make a big difference.
They really do. And just to piggyback off of that, so many people think that you have to make these huge, massive changes to create what you want, but these are these little tiny increment steps that we do as leaders, as manifestors, as experts in our field. It's like it's the consistent small steps that we take every day that make the difference. You
And that
know.
makes it sustainable. That's sustainable to transform.
Yep.
Absolutely.
100%. 100%. So I want to give you a tool to use outside of what Lois has just shared today. I say do both of these because why not? The more you clear out, the more you get to come in and close that gap healing. The where your manifestation is and where you are, everything in between is the gap, and that's what you get to heal. And so I invite you to write down the people, experiences, places that you hold a lot of resentment for, or anger, or hurt from, and write them down on a piece of paper. I've done this multiple ways, but you can write it down on a piece of paper. And there's a prayer that I'm going to share, and it's going to sound too easy. You're going to think it's not, how could that possibly work? And I invite you to Google this prayer. It's called the Ho'oponopono. It's a super, super powerful prayer that has known to release energy between, I'll say, discontentment energy between parties, people, places, and things. And so what I would do, what I'm recommending is you write a list down on a piece of paper. I wouldn't do it in your journal because you can get rid of the paper. I would just put it on a piece of paper, hold the paper in between your hands, and say this Ho'oponopono prayer with the intention to release the energy. So forgiveness is not about forgetting, and it's not about letting the other person off the hook. the other person already is off the hook. They don't, they you have no idea. When you're holding on to someone, the only person forgiveness or not forgiving is hurting is yourself. Forgiveness is about releasing for you. It's about letting your hands open up so that you can open up. It's about letting go so that you can receive. And so the prayer is a 4-sentence prayer. It's I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And so writing these names down, putting your hands over them, and just really connecting to the person, place, or a thing, and really being intentional with the words. And um, what I'll do for anybody that DMs me, sends me a private message here on Facebook, I'll send you a little video that I have on how to use the prayer to make it super effective and beneficial for you. So, Lois, no, I know you use that prayer all the time, and I'm curious if there's anything that you would add to that in from your areas of expertise, like a rose quartz on the
I
paper or
would
anything.
just
I don't know.
say, if you are connected with crystals, using crystals, hold the favorite crystal that is dear to your heart, rose quartz, any of the green crystals, and have that really make that heart connection, that you're all in, that the words are not just on the paper surface, that connect to what the words mean. And as Brenda said, this is not about anybody else. This is all about you, your ability to release what you may be holding on to that really has no meaning. You want to make room to open your heart to receive all that love, to be all that love, so you can give it right back.
Yes, 100%. Okay, so do your clearing today, because I cannot wait to see what we're celebrating and Friday. So continue to clear out, clear the whatever. Take 5 minutes, Lois says. Take 5 minutes, clear something out today. Create space in your body, in your field, in your home, and do some forgiveness work with this Ho'oponopono prayer. Continue to do it. Continue to work on it. If you want my added bonus, just send me a DM, and I'll send you the link to go to do the work with the Ho'oponopono. Lois, you want to grab Lois's book? Do you have the link for your book? Do you know the title, the way they get to your book?
Chakras and Shui.
Chakras
Chakras and Shui, SHUI, chakrasandshui.com. Chakrasandshui.com.
Okay, chakrasandshui.com, SHUI.com. So you want to grab her free ebook, all on the chakras. I teach, as well as Lois, all about healing through the chakras. There's such a powerful, powerful way to heal on all components of your life. So it's in bringing the feng shui and chakras together it's just beautiful. So Lois, thank you so much for coming. Oh, I have another announcement. I have a free masterclass that I'm doing tonight on the top secrets of manifesting. The way to register is above in the description here. So you want to go grab your spot and join us live. There will not be a replay being sent out or anything like that. It's for those that want to take action now and come live to the event. So go ahead and register. Tune in to Bethany as well today. Grab your all access pass if you haven't. And Lois, thanks for coming on. I love you. And I'll talk to you soon, everybody. Bye.